Do-rag wisdom here, not wearing his do-rag. What I want to do for you is I want to read a passage from 1984 to you folks. A lot of people think that 1984 is a polemic against totalitarian Soviet communism. You know, George Orwell is an avid socialist, and of course the totalitarians, either from the left side or the right side, have used the word socialism incorrectly with impunity. You know, the Soviet Socialist Republic, where it was totalitarian, you had no human rights, and then of course the National Socialists, the Nazis. They used to love. I sometimes like. Here's a conspiracy theory for you. The right and left wings extremists want to use and abuse socialism so as it never takes hold. In any event, this passage is one of the passages I use to prove that 1984 is not only a polemic against communism. It's a polemic against all forms of fascism, or totalitarianism. Sorry, folks. All right, let me just read this passage to you. I'm going to read it right out. I just want to focus my ugly face for you. Now I will tell you the answer to my question. It is this: the party seeks power entirely for its own sake. We are not interested in the good of others. We are interested solely in power. Not wealth or luxury or long life or happiness, only power. Pure power. What pure power means you will understand presently. We are different from all the oligarchies of the past in that we know what we are doing. All the others, even those who resembled ourselves, were cowards and hypocrites. The German Nazis and the Russian communists came very close to us in their methods, but they never had the courage to recognize their own motives. They pretended, perhaps, they even believed that they had seized power unwillingly and for a limited time. And that just around the corner there lay a paradise where human beings would be free and equal. We are not like that. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of ever relinquishing it. Power is not a means, it is an end. This is right out of 1984. One does not establish a dictatorship in order to safeguard a revolution. One makes the revolution in order to establish the dictatorship. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. The object of power is power. Now do you begin to understand me as it's quoted here? The Donald Birther bastard Trumps, the GOP bastard fascist bastards, the Putin bastards, all these rich sons of bitches and oligarchs, they don't want to help us. They want power for itself and to make us suffer. All right? So that's my passage for today. And I also want to add here, yes, I do play music in the background. Someone wrote to me and said, the music I play sounds like you hear in a mental institution. I don't know how this person knows what music in a mental institution sounds like, unless he probably visited one to see a relative or something. And I visited my mother in the closed ward of a mental institution. I didn't hear any music going on inside of there. In any event, the music you're hearing in the background is the Cobweb. It's a music score written by the late, great Leonard Rosenman, born in Brooklyn in 1922. He likes dissonance, you know, the Schoenberg, the dissonance, the way his music is. And this score is entirely dissonant. And a couple of his very famous scores are East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause. He also did the score for the TV show Combat, and Dr. Marcus Welby, MD. Okay, folks, I'll be talking to you again because we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of fighting ahead. I want to thank every one of you who's written to me and watching the videos. And I want to tell you, when they offer me to be monetized, that means maybe I'll get a little money for doing this. I'm not going to do it. I will not do it to you folks because I don't want you to have to watch any commercials before you view my ugly face. No way. I hate commercials, folks. It's brainwashing. They play those goddess damn things over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'm going to tell you something. If they ever offer, hey, dear, because you got to have like several million viewers, I guess, before they offer to monetize you. And that means you'd have to watch commercials before you view me. No way. My friends, you know what I do? Every time, like I fight with YouTube. I know this sounds stupid, but say I'm watching a 5-minute video and they put on commercials before it. I'll sit and blip back those commercials. I will not watch them. It may take a half hour. Isn't that stupid? Before I'll even get to the program, but that's what I do because I despise commercial advertising because it's brainwashing, and I'm not going to be brainwashed by any son of a bitchin' capitalist dickhead that you could ever dream up out of a fundament of Donald Trump's brain. But in any event, no way. When you come to my site, you're not going to have to watch commercials. The only time that I think a commercial will come is if I monetize myself. That's what YouTube calls it, monetize. That means money. I'm not going to monetize myself. I do not want any of you to have to sit down and have to watch a stupid commercial before you have to look at this.